Jamahal Hill has broken his silence since his unanimous decision loss to Khalil Rountree. Jamahal posted a video to his YouTube channel breaking down the loss. He claims that injuries played a major factor and says he plans to work harder in the future.
But to be honest, I haven't been on my level. I haven't been on my level now for quite some time. I think that people severely underestimate the injuries that I've dealt with and the things and the challenges that I've had to overcome with that. An Achilles tear to an athlete is a career ender. It's a career ender in a lot of cases. And then you compile that with the injuries that I've also dealt with, the tears to the knees from trying to come back and force my way back in the timing that I did I've gone against a lot of advice that I was given by my team and people close to me. Before injuries or anything, I was a natural. I'm a natural talent. To say things came naturally to me. I could hang around outside of camp, you know what I mean, eat, do things the way that I wanted to do them, and just hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. My work and my output has to go up. I have to do more. I have to work harder. I have to grind harder. I've entered my last 3 camps at the lowest was maybe 260 pounds. This last camp when I started, I was about maybe 265 pounds. That goes into that work. I cannot spend camps trying to make weight. So in that regard, I have to apologize to the people that have supported me. I have to be better. I have to be better there with how I take care of my body, how I work to improve and stay sharp with my body and with my skills. I will be on that. For now, I'm gonna take the time that I need to make sure that I can get my injuries, focus on my injuries, give them the time that they need to get them back to strength and back to feeling like me again. I haven't felt like myself in quite some time now. Haven't been able to do the things I like. I haven't run since the injury. Just a feeling of maybe I can't. That's something that has to change. I have to change the amount of work that I'm willing to do, the amount of push that I give.
Jack Hermansson released a statement since his brutal KO loss to RoboCop at UFC 317. He posted a slow-mo video of him getting knocked out on his Instagram. He wrote, "No need to sugarcoat it. I made a mistake. I got knocked out. Congratulations to my opponent. Well done. Thank you to my team and supporters. I will be back." After UFC 317, Alexandre Pantoja told Merab Dvalishvili backstage that he does not want to fight him.
I don't want to fight you. I don't want to fight you.
Pantoja appeared on the Ariel Helwani show recently and said that he actually would fight Merab. He said the UFC would have to make it for a BMF belt at a catch weight of 130 pounds.
If you have the opportunity, if UFC want that, money talk sometimes. I want to hear money talk with me. And but if UFC want to do something, I'm gonna say something crazy. Make a BMF for one and make 130 pounds. Not me, it's not Merab. Why not? You know, Merab, UFC can do whatever UFC wants, you know. I don't need to put my belt vacation. Merab don't need to do anything. And it's make more fair. I don't know, you know. But I'm 125 champion, you know. I need to defend my division. I love to watch my division grow up so much. I see how much this division is more appreciated right now. You know, everybody loves Roval and Josh Van. You know, that's the best fight in the one of the best part in the world in the year. You know. And because that, you know.
Merab Dvalishvili revealed that the UFC is letting him choose his next opponent. He says he's currently leaning towards Cory Sandhagen for his next bantamweight title defense. Merab said, "This is the first time the UFC called me when I was in Georgia and said, go enjoy your country, have a great time, and when you come to Las Vegas, let's go to dinner and choose who you want to fight and when you want to fight." I was like, wow, this is the first time it happened. Cory Sandhagen is the most deserving. I want to fight soon. I always want to fight in New York, but Abu Dhabi, I don't think so. I don't think it's a pay-per-view. I think pay-per-view must be in Vegas in October, and then November in New York. I live here in Las Vegas now, and it's going to be home, and it's going to be easy, but I also want to fight in New York. Cory Sandhagen says he won't shy away from wrestling if he ends up facing Merab Dvalishvili next. Speaking to MMA Junkie, Cory said, "I mean, everyone has holes. I'm going to be better than him. That's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to go out and I'm just going to be better everywhere. I'm not going to be afraid to wrestle him. I'm not going to buy into this narrative that Merab is this unbeatable thing. In all of his fights, he's had moments where he's looked beatable, and I'm going to go out there and make Merab deal with me. I'm really good right now. I train a lot, man. I train a lot, and that pays off after a long time. I know that everyone says they train a lot, but I know what they mean when they say that, and I know what I mean when I say it. I train a lot. I'm always getting better. I'm always adding in new things. One of my favorite things about the sport is adding new weapons, and I know not everyone is like that, but I'm built that way. So yeah, I'm pumped. I get to go out and look different in 6 months or whatever it is that we fight and be the best version of myself and a world champ." Paddy Pimblett made an appearance on the Versus podcast this week. He previewed a fight with Ilia Topuria. He says he hates him and wants to inflict pain on his life.
Dana wanted an insurance decision, but I think it's the only fight to make. You know what I mean? We haven't seen two people genuinely dislike each other since Conor Khabib. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's always dead cordial and alright, where I hate him. I absolutely hate him. Like, I want to inflict pain on his life. You know what I mean? I'd like that fight to go 4 minutes 50 seconds into the 5th round, and I've landed 907 elbows and I've disfigured his face. You know what I mean? I don't want a quick knockout. I want to put him through pain.
Michael Bisping is extremely impressed with Ilia Topuria's rise in the UFC. Bisping thinks what Topuria has done so far has surpassed the resumes of both Conor McGregor and Jon Jones.
Regarding Islam, Islam, phenomenal, of course, but he did get knocked out against Adriano Martins. So that kind of hurts it a touch. He beat Volkanovski twice, but that was someone from 145 going up. Topuria was the 45 champ. Then he goes to 155, knocks out Volkanovski, Holloway, then Do Bronx, all in successive fashion. Has there ever been a rise better than that? Conor McGregor was great, and he beat Aldo in 12 seconds, then Eddie Alvarez, but then he lost to Khabib. I think what he has done is better than anyone. Better than what Jon Jones did. Yeah, Jon Jones came in the sport, youngest champion. But Topuria, holy effing man. It's insane.
Aljamain Sterling also thinks Ilia Topuria's run has surpassed Conor McGregor. On his YouTube channel, Aljo said it's greater than Conor's run. In terms of star power, Ilia has done the craziest and greatest thing that we've ever seen from a modern-day UFC fighter. You look at Conor, and this is no shade towards Conor. I would say his best run in terms of name value was Chad Mendes, but it was short notice. We've got to be honest about that. Then he fought Jose Aldo, right? I think it was right after. And then he fought Eddie Alvarez. A beautiful 13-second knockout against Aldo, which set the world on fire. That's huge. And then he does that to Eddie Alvarez, which I thought was a tailor-made matchup stylistically for him. But still, he was the champ at the time, and he did them the way he did them. But then you have Ilia. His last 3 people have been some of the greatest combat athletes of all time. It's insane what this guy has done. I don't think there's been a more impressive 3-fight run than this, and the way he's doing it. Jack Della Maddalena impersonates the infamous clip of Nick Diaz using nunchucks while on a conference call.
Hello. She said that,
Alright, so as soon as I've got a locked in date with the UFC, I'll come back to you guys with the event, location, all the details, and that should give StreetX everything they need to you guys to go ahead with formulating something for Jack.
And jumping off that date with the upcoming collection, we do have multiple ideas, but that also ties in with the pop-up with Craig and Jack.
Sorry, just to interject here, Maudsley, as soon as you give me the green light for when we can go to production with this stock, I'll work with Dan and the factory, and we can tie this all up.
Perfect, that sounds good. Yep, let's keep going.
Belal Muhammad says despite recently losing the belt to Jack Della Maddalena, he still feels like he's the best welterweight. He believes Kamaru Usman is avoiding him. Speaking to MMA Junkie, Belal said, "To me, it's always proving a point. All of my other fights on the come-up, I was the underdog. People thought I couldn't do it. In this fight, they're like, oh, he's going to wrestle easy, but he can't strike with him. I wanted to prove something, that I could strike with him. I can strike with any of these guys." Thinking myself, looking back at myself, I still think I won 3 of the rounds. The judges didn't, but I still grew from it. I still got better from it. So would I go back and change anything? Obviously. What I would do is get my hand raised. But I still think I can outstrike these guys. I still think I'm better than them on the feet. If I were to fight him again, I think I could piece him up on the feet as well. I think fighting Kamaru Usman is what should happen. He has to go through me. I'm still the #1 ranked guy. It was a war. It was fight of the night. If JDM is still the champion, who wouldn't want to see that fight again? For me, all these guys have got to look to fight me. Kamaru Usman is acting like he deserves a heavyweight title fight after beating Buckley, who can't wrestle, acting like he's still the champion. I'm like, bro, you're 1-3 out of your last 4 fights. You were saying when I see Belal it's on site, so now you have the chance to make it on site inside the cage, and you're not doing it. He's trying to stray away from it. At the end of the day, I'm still the #1 guy, so I think whoever fights me, the winner of that is going to get next. He's trying to avoid me. He knows I'm still the hardest guy in the division when you're looking at stylistic matchups. I still think I'm the best in the division no matter what. Part of that is to throw interceptions. Quarterbacks get to play again next week, but fighters, we don't. We have to fight again in 3 to 4 months. For me, it's getting back to where I belong, getting a win. And if Kamaru keeps trying to avoid it, it's next guy up. Ian was talking about it. If Ian wants to fight, let's go, Ian. We've got Sean Brady is still there. Guys that are still riding high in the division. I still think I beat all of them. All it takes for me is to get one more win and then I'm back where I belong, fighting for the belt. Paddy Pimblett has responded to the rumors that he's fighting Justin Gaethje in the co-main event of UFC 319. Dricus Du Plessis was the one who started the rumor.
We're going to go Miami and LA.
It's going to be a big card.
Might as well go to Chicago.
It's going to be a big card. The co-main event is Paddy Pimblett and Justin Gaethje. That's an awesome fight.
That's going to be a sick one.
Paddy Pimblett responded via X. He wrote, "Yous are mad if you think I'm fighting in August." Arman Tsarukyan admits that he was impressed with Ilia Topuria's KO win over Charles Oliveira. In an interview with Daniel Cormier, Arman blamed Joe Rogan for Paddy Pimblett coming into the cage and facing off with Topuria. Arman said, "I was impressed because it happened in the first round, but I knew he has one of the best boxing in our division right now. His best weapon is boxing. When he knocked him out like that, I was surprised. He just folds straight. It was a good knockout. When the fight started, I wanted Topuria to win, because for me it's easier to fight Topuria than Oliveira, for my style, because I like to take people down. When you take down Charles Oliveira, he can still choke you or do submissions. Topuria is going to try to get up. He's going to defend. And then you can just go 1,000 times to take him down, because there's no problems on the ground. He's not going to try to choke you or something. It was a Joe Rogan mistake. Joe Rogan called him. It was a Joe Rogan mistake, and he shouldn't even call his name and bring him to the octagon. He called out Paddy to come to the octagon. I was surprised, but when Dana said it shouldn't be like that, I said, okay, hopefully he's not fighting for the title. For 20-30 minutes, I was of course upset, because I said this is not sport. This is WWE. They can do whatever they want to do. I've been fighting with everybody and had a good winning streak with top fighters. But then, when I listened to Dana's interview about Paddy, I said, okay, hopefully he's not fighting for the title. They must put me on the title because I'm #1 contender, most deserving fighter right now. After me, they can fight, but next it's me for sure. And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one's in reference to Paddy Pimblett being extremely critical of Charles Oliveira's performance over the weekend. It says Paddy lost to Jared Gordon though. The second one says, there goes Paddy fans, dude hating on the most beloved. And the final one's from King Julian. It says Jones being kicked from pound for pound feels like when bro's girlfriend leaves the room and we can finally start acting normal again. Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.